everybody, welcome to Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, and Ka-Kaw is the law once again. The St. Louis BattleHawks are back. This is a little preview video just to get you guys up to speed on the new version of the XFL and what you can expect to see. Before we get into that, I need you guys, please, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, and follow us on Twitter. All right, so the XFL is back. It was doing okay in 2020, and then COVID just gave it no chance and nuked everything, as it did for the entire world. But it's back under the ownership of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Danny Garcia. So, we will see how this league does. I started this channel in 2020 as kind of the COVID pandemic project that everybody had. And I never got really a chance to talk about the BattleHawks with any regularity because the league went under, right? So I'm glad that I get the chance to talk about it finally. I've been waiting and been eager to do videos when the opportunity has come up. It's taken till now. Now, the league will be set up with 8 teams, 10 games. It'll be a 10-game schedule, 5 at home, 5 on the road. You'll play the division, your division rivals twice, once at home, once on the road. That'll make up 6 of the games. The remaining 4 will be against the other division, 2 at home, 2 on the road. For the BattleHawks, they are going to be in the XFL's North Division. They're doing a North Division and a South Division. So joining the BattleHawks in the Northern Division, the DC Defenders, the Seattle Sea Dragons, what a name, and the Vegas Vipers. And you think, Vegas North? What? Well, that makes sense when you consider the fact that the XFL's Southern Division is 3 teams in Texas and 1 in Florida, right? So you've got the Arlington Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks, Orlando Guardians, and the San Antonio Brahmas. So those are going to be the 8 teams in the XFL. The biggest hurdle that the XFL had in trying to make itself a viable brand that can survive was landing a good TV deal. And I think they've done that. All games will be on ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, or FX. And with that, all games will be streaming on ESPN+. So plenty of options for all you BattleHawk fans to watch. So that's a good thing. That's going to help the league. As far as season tickets go, that I haven't seen any updates very recently, to be honest with you. Towards the end of last year, November, early December timeframe, the estimates were showing that the BattleHawks were pushing 16,000 season tickets sold. And at the time, that was nearly half of all season tickets sold in the XFL. So, yeah, the Dome is going to be rocking, especially compared to the other XFL venues. That's just the reality of it. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time we make it into the first home game that there's more than 20,000 season tickets sold. And that's just season tickets. So, yeah. Even if it's just 16, where the last update was, that's still well over half of the lower bowl sold out for season tickets. So that's a great sign. Yeah, it's going to be far and away the biggest home field advantage in the XFL at the Dome because of you guys. So, yeah, get rowdy. That might factor in to why the BattleHawks are generally considered the favorite to win the championship in Vegas. I don't know what else would go on except the fan support, honestly. The fact that it'll be a harder place to play, and there's more fans, which maybe they're just being given the BattleHawks a friendlier odds to win the championship to increase betting. I don't know. There's no football to base it on, so I don't know how else they'd be coming up with that. If it were me, I'd wait a couple games before I were going to bet on anything. Yeah, that's too much of a wild card for me. There are some rules in this new version of the XFL that are familiar, and there's one that's new, and I love it. So, after a touchdown, there is no extra point. It'll be essentially the same concept as a 2-point conversion, but it'll be one play from the 2-yard line for 1 point, from the 5-yard line for 2 points, or from the 10-yard line for 3 points. That's a similar concept to what the 2020 XFL had. So a touchdown could get you 6, 7, 8, or 9 points, depending on what shakes out. Now, the clock will be moving, very similar to the NFL in that regard. Halftime's only 10 minutes, so make your beer runs pretty quick. And I love this so much. After you score, there are 2 ways to where you can try to keep the ball. You can try a traditional onside kick, and you just see what happens there. Or, get ready for this, you can elect to take the ball at your own 25-yard line, and the drive just starts right there, 4th and 15. I love that. That is awesome. And yeah, in this league, I think that's going to create a lot of excitement. So, we'll see how that shakes out. As far as the BattleHawks go, there's only really one guy on the roster, 51 players, that I think a lot of fans are going to recognize. That's A.J. McCarron, the quarterback. 10 years ago, he was the quarterback at Alabama. So that's where you'd recognize his name. He had a cup of coffee in the NFL, and now he's the BattleHawks quarterback. He led Alabama in the midst of them being a dynasty. Now here he is in St. Louis. As far as the head coach goes, that is Anthony Becht. He was a tight end in the NFL for about 10 years. He spent 2008 with the Rams, so a little bit of familiarity with the city. They did try to kind of get coaches and staffs and all that with connections to the city, which I thought was a good move. That's Becht's connection with St. Louis, is he spent a year with the Rams. He's also the general manager. If we get, see how the league does for any sort of trades and whatnot. We'll see. Now, the BattleHawks will open the season in San Antonio. That will be their first of 3 road games to open the season. Then they've got 2 at home, then 2 more on the road, and then in April, 3 straight home games to end the season. So, the Dome's going to be rocking in April. At the end of the season, there's going to be 2 semifinal games. That's going to be your 1 and 2 seed from each division. So the top half of both divisions will play. That's going to be April 29th. And then 2 weeks later, on May 13th, the champions of each division will play. And that will be your XFL championship game, May 13th. Again, we have no idea any of these teams, but BattleHawks are the favorite, so plan accordingly. As I said, the BattleHawks will open this season, Week 1, at the Alamo Dome against the San Antonio Brahmas. As far as a preview, I don't know. They're San Antonio. They're called the Brahmas. The BattleHawks have far and away the biggest fan base in terms of season tickets based on last update, as we discussed. San Antonio was 3rd, so in terms of how challenging road games will be, this will probably be one of the more rowdy environments that the BattleHawks play in right off the bat. So, good challenge to get things kicked off. Vegas says BattleHawks by 2. What that's based on is beyond me, but that's a thing. I don't know. There's not really a whole lot more I can preview for you guys. That's all I've got for this video, guys. Finally getting to do BattleHawks coverage regularly, so keep it tuned here to Under the Arch Sports for more news on St. Louis BattleHawks, as well as everything in the world of St. Louis sports. Cardinals, Blues, Mizzou, soccer, we've got you covered. Thanks for checking out this video. See you guys next time.